What's up, YouTube? Dark God back again with day 2 of the October Horror Movie Challenge for DVDtalk.com and Hooptober on Letterboxd. Today, got 4 films in. First film I watched was Return of the Evil Dead, which is the second film in the Blind Dead series. Spanish film. I remember watching these films, I actually haven't seen all of them. I just remember always seeing clips and stuff, YouTube videos and trailers of them, and I always dug the Evil Dead zombies, or the Blind Dead zombies. I kind of like them better than the regular zombie, just the way they move, all slow with that music that they picked, where it's real slow, and every time they show them riding the horses, it's in slow motion. There's something about them. I mean, it's a little not as believable with when they're grabbing people, how scrawny they are and everything, but I think it's just a better. It's a different take on the zombie genre, and it's cool tying it in with the Templars and everything. And you get your usual cheesy red blood in these '70s movies, kind of basically what you get from the Italian genre or Italian horror movies. So it's different seeing it in this. But like I said, it's just, I don't know, it's just something different about the way they are presented, I guess would be the word to use. It's different. I like them. I like the music. I like the way that it's all slow and everything. But it's just at the same time, it's just unbelievable. And then the second one just kind of ends. Everything's going on, and they go out to see if they can make an escape, and the movie kind of just ends. And that's one of the down points of it. I liked it before. Everything building up to it. I mean, it's nothing like original. I won't say original. It's nothing too crazy. It's just very straightforward, very cheaply made, and it just seems like it was a movie just to get out there and make a horror film basically. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. I still have to watch the last 3. I might have seen 1 or 2 of them just in passing on TV or something, or at a friend's house. I just remember seeing them and I always thought I saw the first one, and then when I watched the first one, I'd never seen it before. So I must have watched one of the later ones thinking it was the first one, and then I could have sworn I seen this one, but then there was parts of this film I don't remember. So, I mean, but anything's possible, and a lot of these movies have different cuts and different structures. You'll see different versions of the film basically under a totally different name for distribution, especially in the 80s with all the VHS companies. They would chop up movies and throw a name on it all the time. So I mean, anything's possible with that. Second film I watched was the movie of the day for DVD Talk, and I was Blue Sunshine. And this is another film I could have swore I've seen this before, and then I was just watching it. I just didn't remember anything. I must have started watching it and stopped, or just saw parts, on YouTube or something. And just later on, in half an hour into the film, it was a new film to me. I had no idea what was going on and everything. It's a cool take on the whole LSD of the 60s, and what could possibly happen from it, and if people had bad trips and were still being affected by it. I mean, not crazy anything with gore. I mean, there's a couple cool scenes. The people with that took the Blue Sunshine LSD are pretty cool with the bald heads and the little strands of hair, and just how crazy and wacky they get. The craziest thing about this film, though, is the political slogan of one of the ads saying "Make America Good Again," which just, it's weird seeing that back in the 70s, and what Trump used in 2016. You wonder if maybe somebody in the cabinet was a Blue Sunshine fan or something, which would be interesting. But all in all, good film. It's weird seeing Zalman King in this. I always thought Zalman King was a woman, so it was weird seeing him in this as an actor. I mean, the only time I know the Zalman King name is obviously from growing up, being a teenager in the 90s, is Zalman King's Red Shoe Diaries on Showtime. But it was cool seeing him, and he's really good in it, honestly. He just plays a good character. I would actually like to see him act more. Like I said, he's more known for his writing, I guess. So it was pretty cool to see. All in all, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Not a bad film. Good pick for the movie of the day. Third film I watched was a found footage movie called Hell House Incorporated, which is about a group of people who set up a scare house basically in a bandit hotel that was supposedly used for satanic worship, Satan worship, and some killings happened there and everything. And the owner supposedly killed himself when the hotel went under. And it's got a couple good scares in it. It's set up pretty cool, like the way they show like what happens in the beginning, and then they kind of go back to build back to that, and you see more, and they have a lot of things where there's something in the background and you catch it, and when the camera turns back that way, that whatever was in the background is gone. So I mean, if you watch it a second time, you're probably going to catch a lot more of them, knowing that they do that a lot. So I'm not the biggest fan of found footage. Like I think Grave Encounters is the best, like the epitome of what you could do with found footage, and even they botched it with part 2. But the first Grave Encounters was great. So this is decent. It has its moments. It has a couple good scares in it. Nothing like that's like overly terrifying or anything, like most modern movies are. But I'd give it like a 5, maybe a 5.5 out of 10. It has its moments, but it's pretty forgettable. So then the second film I watched, or the fourth film I watched, but the second one of that ilk was, I watched Hell House Incorporated Part 2. And I like this one a lot better. Like, this one was actually creepy. There's parts in this that were just like downright scary, the way they were set up and everything. And they took what was good in the first one with the stuff in the background, and there's a lot more of that, and it just creepy ones. Like, I mean, the camera will turn and somebody will be like peeking their head out from behind a corner, and the camera cuts back, they're gone, and it's very well done. Like, it's not overly overt, but at the same time, it's just enough that it's creepy, and it's one of those films, like, I don't get scared from horror movies, you know. But this one actually creeped me out a bit. The acting is as good as the first film. I mean, there's nobody that's amazing in it. It's people. I mean, they do a good job to play a normal person that's, you know, like, not hamming it up, playing a found footage. Like, it's easy to play somebody, like play an actor in a role that you're supposed to be a normal person, and these people actually do a good job where they come off more believable, more normal than just as an actor. But like I said, like, some of it was like just downright creepy. Like, it was good in that aspect. Like, it's in the, how many years I've been doing this? 11 years in this. This is one of the scariest movies I've seen, and I thought it was gonna suck because the first one was okay, and like I said with Grave Encounters, the first one was great and the second one was terrible. So I figured the first one of this was okay, the second one was probably gonna be terrible too. But it was way better than the first one, I think. It does die out at the end. There's like a twist to the ending, which is kind of cool. But as it starts unfolding, you kind of catch it. But then when, like, it's finally the big twist is revealed, it was pretty cool. But it also kind of just ends very lackluster. Like, in the first one, you knew how it was going to end because it sets it up that way. This one, it was kind of like it went the other way. But good film nonetheless. I give it a 6 out of 10. It was a good day of movies. I mean, nothing was terrible. Even the first found footage movie was okay. But that second one, it was a gem. Like, if you don't like found footage movies, skip the first one. Just watch the second one. Even if you don't like found footage movies, it's just so downright creepy. It was a fun movie. It was definitely the best movie so far in that sense. Like, I still like Dead Shack the best, but just like for scares, it was good. So day 2 in the books, 4 down. Tomorrow probably be around the same 3, 4, 5 movies, but we'll see. Until then.